Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Wolfie's Den. Nice to see you all. Well, not literally, but it's a lovely sunny day here in South Wales. Blue skies. The sun is out. No wind, no rain. And I'm stuck in here. Well, not really stuck in here. I should hopefully get out into a bit of a nice weather later on. Anyway, today's a video of my latest pickups, deliveries, etc., etc. It's not how shall I put it, what the Americans call a haul. It's not a haul. Only the Americans call it that. This is just a sort of local pickups and bit of eBay, bit of Vinted, things like that. Before we get on to that, if you remember in my last video, I was discussing about whether I should mix up the DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, etc. Because the other day I was looking for a film because I wasn't sure whether I had it or not, and I had to look in all the DVDs to see if it was there. I had to look in the 4Ks, I had to look in the Blu-rays 3D, the Blu-rays by themselves, etc., etc., all the different categories. Anyway, there was a couple of people made some comments, and one of them suggested get an app on the phone and put them all onto that, which I thought was probably could be a good idea because I could just quickly look on my phone then. So in the end I decided to go with an app called CLZ Movies, and I downloaded this onto my phone, and this worked pretty well so far. I managed to download over 1,000 movies, or not download, add 1,000 movies onto the collection so far. It comes up with a picture of the film, the date it came out, the director, all the information you want about the whole film. So that's pretty good. So I'm processing that at the moment. So I've done over about 1,000. It's quite easy. You just scan the barcode on the back of the film, ping, comes up, add it to your collection. Thank you very much. So hopefully that should make my job a bit easier when I need to find a film. Anyway, moving on to what we picked up this week. Well, last couple of weeks really. The first thing I've got is a book, for a change. This is The Horror Art of Graham Humphreys. I believe some of you probably might know him out there. He does a lot of artwork for slip covers, posters, even private commissions and everything. And this is called Hung, Drawn and Executed. It's a nice solid hardback book. Looks pretty brand new. I picked this up with a guy from Vinted. See some of the pictures. Yeah, I picked this up with a guy from Vinted. 12 quid. I'm not sure how much it cost originally, but I'm sure it wasn't 12 quid. But I should get a bit of time. I should have a look through this. The artwork of some of these things is pretty amazing, I must admit. A very talented person. So we should give that a look very soon. So that's Hung, Drawn and Executed, The Horror Art of Graham Humphreys. Right, next things I've got is a few more Tankards. As you may have seen quite a few videos back, I started up a collection of Tankards, mainly from the company called Nemesis. They seem to make some really nice Tankards. So first up we have an AC/DC Hell's Bells tankard. Lovely design on this. Lovely, like Angus Young guitar there on the handle. Excuse me. There's the side, and there's the other side. DC, and there's your bottom. All that way, whichever way it comes up. So that's very nice. AC/DC tankard. That's the inside bit. And then next up we have an Iron Maiden Senjutsu Samurai tankard. Lovely piece of artwork on this one. That handle, it's quite sharp as well. So that's the Iron Maiden Senjutsu tankard. And then we do actually have a film related tankard. This is a Pennywise tankard from the film It, and it's called Time to Float, and it's quite heavy. Look at that. Another beast. All red balloons on it everywhere. Holding his hand there, holding the balloons. And that's it. Another lovely piece there. So, and I didn't pay full price for all of these, otherwise it would have been very expensive. I've seen some of these tankards go for 50, 60, 70 quid. I'd say, well, I didn't pay that much, let's say that. Right, moving on now to our DVD, Blu-rays, 4K pickups. I've got some notes here, so just bear with me because I can't remember everything. I ain't that clever. So, right, first pickup. I think it was an eBay pickup. Oh, excuse me, sorry. This is a film called Wrong Way. A bit of a video nasty. This is a 1972 film. It was originally a Certificate X. It's like a drama thriller, but it's more of a along the lines of I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left, that kind of film. It's a director called Ron Kelly. This, I don't think you can actually get this on anything. This is from a company called Rare Pre-Certs, so this was before pre-certification. This is a DVD -R. I think Rock God 2004 managed to get a proper copy of it, I think. Check his channel out and find out. But this is like original, like cover art of the original. So that's Wrong Way. It's 90 minutes, that is, by the way, and has an IMDb rating of 3.1, so not too clever. Oh, excuse me, snivelling this morning. Next up, I picked up 3 Frankenstein DVDs in a little bundle. The first up is The Curse of Frankenstein, 1957. This is 1 hour 22 minutes long. Hammer Horror DVD. This has an IMDb rating of 7, so that's quite good. 7 out of 10. Directed by Terence Fisher. This is 2-disc DVD. A stereo sound on it. And it was a Certificate 12. The Curse of Frankenstein. And the next DVD is another Hammer production, The Evil of Frankenstein. This is 1964. It's 1 hour 24 minutes long. Another Hammer horror. This has an IMDb rating of 6, so still fairly reasonable. It was a Certificate 12, directed by Freddie Francis. The one before that was directed by Terence Fisher. I don't know if I mentioned that. Next is a nice looking Hammer horror again, Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. Obviously Peter Cushing. I think Peter Cushing was in all of these, by the way. This is Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. Nice slip cover on this one, nice bit of artwork. Still sealed even. This was 1969. 1 hour 41 minutes. Nice slip. Hammer horror. This had a rating of 6.7. Was a Certificate 15, also directed by Terence Fisher. Right, that was the DVD. Oh no, another one here now. I thought it was the end of the DVDs. This one's a mixture. Come across this on Vinted the other day. I'd never seen one before. I think it's a German media book of The Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Although it says 2 on the front, when I looked inside, besides there being a nice glossy media book inside, as you can see. It's quite weird because it says on there Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and 3. So in Blu-ray, yeah, in Blu-ray, and the other one's in on a DVD. So a bit weird, anyway, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and 3, 1985 and 1987. These came out. 1 hour 27 minutes long and 1 hour 36 minutes long. And they has an IMDb rating of 5.5 for 2 and 6.7 for 3. And these are obviously a horror. They were certificate 18, directed by Jack Shoulder and Chuck Russell respectively. So it's a nice little German media book. Didn't know these existed, that one. So we put him under Blu-ray for now. Next we have one that got a bit damaged in the transit there. Something called Witchcraft La Casa 4. I mean, I suppose it's Italian, Spanish. So it's under Casa's house, I think. So it's Witchcraft House 4, or I'm assuming this is part of some witchcraft trilogy, franchise. This is a certificate 18. It's 1989. It's 1 hour 35 minutes long. Has an IMDb rating of 4.3. So not very good. Directed by somebody called Fabrizio Laurenti. So an Italian director. But surprisingly, it has David Hasselhoff and Linda Blair in it. So very weird. So Italian horror Blu-ray. Don't bother about showing you that because it's all in Italian, I think, is it? Oh no, it's in English. Weird. Next up, you have an all-time classic, which won a few Oscars, I believe. This is Robert De Niro in Raging Bull. Nice Blu-ray. This was this is 18 on there, but it was a certificate X when it came out. This is 1980. It's 2 hours 9 minutes long, and has a very high IMDb rating of 8.1. It's not surprising because it was a tough, grueling film. It's a boxing drama. It's the story of Jake LaMotta, his life story, played by Robert De Niro. Also starring Joe Pesci. And was directed by Martin Scorsese, which Robert De Niro does seem to appear in quite a few of his films. Can be a bit of a hard watch at times, especially his family life. But anyway, that's Raging Bull. Next up, we have something called Fear Inc. or Fear Incorporated. This is a 2016 film. 1 hour 30 minutes long. It's a slasher teen horror. IMDb rating 5.6. Certificate 15. Directed by Vincent Maxial, who I've never heard of. I will mention sort of cast and that if it's really relevant. I don't recognise any of them, but so that's a horror film. Next up, I've been waiting to pick this up for a while. I was going to get it on 4K, but it was quite heavily priced. But I managed to pick it up from CEX on Blu-ray. This is Godzilla -1. And this still has the Dolby Atmos sound on it, so that's good. This is 2023 film. 2 hours 4 minutes long. IMDb rating of 7.7. Certificate 12A. It's like a dinosaur, well, you know what Godzilla is, dinosaur monster action. Director Takashi Yamazaki. Whether I'm pronouncing that right, I have no idea. So a bit of Godzilla action there. Next up, we have a film called, nice little slip actually, it's called Severe There you go. Severe Injuries. This is directed by Amy Lynn Best. Never heard of her. It's like a comedy, parody, horror. Really nice slip, nice hard slip. There's no rating on this at all. It's 2003. 1 hour, 4 minutes, so not very long. And has an IMDb rating of 3.7. So, not a cracker. I think I mainly picked it up because I like the slip. Next up, we have Creepshow 3. Anthology stories, about 5 stories in there. Was it 3? 3 or 5, I can't remember now. This is a 2006 film, part of the Creepshow franchise. 1 hour, 44 minutes, certificate 15. Sort of dark comedy horror. This only has an IMDb rating of 3.2, so it's not one of the better Creepshow films. It's directed by Anne Clevell and James Duddleson. Next we have one that's a bit of a dubious one, I believe. Film directed by Jean Rollin, a French director. This is The Demoniacs. It's quite a heavy going film, I believe. It's about pirates, rape, pillage, all sorts of nasty things, I believe. It's a 1974 film, 1 hour 40 minutes long. Originally when it came out it was a certificate R. So that's IMDb rating of 5. As I said, directed by Jean Rollin. Don't think it's on a video nasty list. I'm not sure. There we go. Demoniacs. Next up, we have a Shudder exclusive production. This is a dark comedy splatter horror. This is Psycho Goreman. 2020. Certificate 15. 1 hour 35 minutes. Director Steve Kominsky, I think, Kominsky. It was a Shudder film. IMDb rating is 6.2. So, it says on there, strong bloody violence, gore and injury detail. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, Psycho Goreman's for you. Next up, we have one that was quite hard to find because it's hasn't had a UK Blu-ray release. This is the Canadian Blu-ray of a Clint Eastwood film, and you would have thought most Clint Eastwood films would have had a UK release. But this is City Heat with Clint Eastwood and Burt Reynolds. This is a 1984 film. Certificate 15, 1 hour 37 minutes long. It's like a buddy cop action film. IMDb rating 5.5. And directed by Richard Benjamin. So this is a Canadian release. I know there's a lot of Clint Eastwood films coming out at the moment on 4K. There's quite a few that haven't come out that aren't talked about much, like this one, City Heat. There's a film called Bloodwork. Another one called Tightrope. People don't mention them much. They're quite good films. So that was City Heat. Next up, we have a tough-going Sean Connery film. This is 1974, is it? No, 73. This is The Offence. Sean Connery, Trevor Howard, Ian Bannon, Peter Bowles. So quite a strong British cast in this. As I say, 1973. This was originally an X certificate. 1 hour 52 minutes long. It's a crime drama. IMDb of 6.9. And it's directed by Sidney Lumet. So quite a strong cast, strong director. And it's quite a hard-hitting British film. Not many left now, I don't think. Next up we have another Sean Connery film. This is called Ransom, 1974. PG film, 1 hour 37 minutes. IMDb rating of 5.6. It's a crime thriller. Sean Connery, Ian McShane, and directed by Casper Reed. Everybody knows who he is. That's Ransom. Next up, we have an old classic war film. This has been fully restored. This is a Blu-ray of The Colditz Story, 1955. U certificate, 1 hour 34 minutes long. History, it's like a war history film. IMDb rating of 6.9. So it's got John Mills, Eric Portman, Lionel Jeffries, directed by Guy Hamilton. So another strong British cast, British director, and there's a strong British support cast in this as well. It's the story of Colditz Castle, prisoner of war camp during World War II. Next up, we have, what do we have? Oh yeah, we have a Japanese Blu-ray, by the looks of it, of the Hindenburg. So it's a Japanese steelbook, 1975 film. PG cert, 2 hours 5 minutes long. IMDb rating 6.3. It's like a tragedy adventure. George C. Scott and Anne Bancroft in this. Directed by Robert Wise. I lost my notes here. Bear with me a second. This is The Killers, 1964 film. This was originally an X certificate, 1 hour 33 minutes long. IMDb rating is 7. Thriller drama. Lee Marvin, Angie Dickinson, John Cassavetes, and also in here is Ronald Reagan as well. It's directed by Don Siegel. So that's The Killers. And I seem to have lost my rest of my notes for the rest of my films, so I shall wing the last few films. This is a film from, was it Linnea Quigley? It's supposed to be a lost film. This is called Scream Queen, directed by Brad Sykes. Nice little slip on this one. So this was a lost film. Super obscure film, was shot in 1998 and eventually finished by producers in 2002. So I've obviously put it together and released it onto a Blu-ray. I say I've lost my notes, so I don't know what the IMDb rating is, but I don't think it was very high. So that's Scream Queen. Yeah, we've got a couple of 4Ks. We've got Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 2. Obviously the follow-up to the successful Rocky. This has got Sly Stallone in, obviously. It's all the same cast mainly as the first one. Talia Shire. Oh dear, I can't get that out. Burgess Meredith, Burt Young, all the same cast. Boxing drama. Directed by Sly Stallone as well. And get rid of those notes. Last up we have, I think we'll have a little unboxing on the last one. We have a chunky box set of Constantine with Keanu Reeves. So we'll wrap this one up, have a look if we can. Yep, yep. First of all, we have the horrible J card thing stuck on the back with glue. I don't know why they bother with these. Just put a little booklet inside or something, or whatever, anything. I hate these things. Get a bit of glue off. Right, glued on the bottom. Yeah. Right, so that's Constantine, Keanu Reeves, 2005, I believe, horror. Let's see what we've got in here. We have a very nice embossed or debossed, whatever you want to call it, steelbook. Well, you've got your 4K, your Blu-ray in there, more artwork. And then you've got all your goodies in this little thing here. There's a oh, what is this? 2 posters, I believe. 2 posters. I'm not going to show them all. There's loads of photos, art cards, etc., etc. in there. I do vaguely remember this had an IMDb rating of about 7, so it wasn't too bad. As I say, 2005, and that's the chunky box set of Constantine. Oh, there we go. Oh, better put my J card back on, not that I really want to. So that was all the latest pickups and deliveries. So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. I am going to be moving on to my more of my DVD collection. The next one will be letter C. But before I do that, I've got to categorise my A's and B's into my new app. So that might take a few days. So maybe a few days time where I'll be onto the letter C in the DVDs. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, comment, etc., etc. And I'll be seeing you all again soon. Cheers, bye.